Welcome back to WB Mason Presents the Joe Girardi Show. This is the point in the show when we hear from you, the fans, so we'll get right to the questions for the manager, Joe Girardi. Starting off from @SoupandSports via Twitter, how's the clubhouse's chemistry so far in comparison to last season?
Well, I think every year that I've been here, the clubhouse chemistry has been good. Last year we had a lot of new faces, and we had some people that came in late, and we had people that came in all year long, and I think our guys did a great job at handling. This group has been together all of spring training, and they got a chance to know each other through some events that we had, and we've had dinners together and breakfasts together, so I think the chemistry is really good.
Any characters in that clubhouse?
Oh, there's characters. And one of the biggest characters on our team that a lot of times goes unnoticed is Derek Jeter, because he likes to mix it up and irritate people. But there's some characters.
And Turi1 via Twitter asks, as a catcher yourself, what's it like to see the depth of the position up and down the organization?
I love it, because it's a position where you're one foul tip away from losing a catcher for 6 weeks. And it's a rough position, and they run into fatigue and a lot of different things. So I think it's really important that you have depth.
How much do you keep an eye on what those guys are doing in the minor leagues?
Every day I get my minor league report and check it out.
Alan from Manhattan writes via email, Joe, you've got a lot of new faces with some power. Who do you think will lead the team in home runs this season?
You know, that's a really good question. You know, I'm going to go with someone who's probably left-handed. Just because of our ballpark.
Situation here?
Yeah,
Makes
just
sense.
because of our ballpark. And I don't know if Carlos has a little bit of an advantage on Brian because he's a switch hitter, but I think it might be one of those two.
Well, you mentioned Brian. He hit 2 in Saturday's game, and you wonder, does that kind of break things open and allow him to relax a little bit at the plate?
If he wants to hit 2 a day, I'm happy.
I think everybody in that clubhouse, including that entire pitching staff, would be happy as well. NJ916 writes via Twitter, any thoughts on using Ichiro or Soriano in the infield?
You know, we talked about doing it with Soriano in spring training, and we got him a little work there at first base, and he wasn't extremely comfortable. And he was behind the 8 ball because he was sick when he got to camp and had the flu, and we felt we had to get him in right field because that's where he'd be playing defense a lot of times. So I don't think we'll do that. Everyone played shortstop when they were young, but for some reason they forget how to do it as they get older.
Joe, looking to the week ahead before we get going here, Cubs, Rays, and then the Red Sox again. What can fans expect?
Well, these are important series. Obviously, we'll finish off the homestand with the Cubs, and you know, we're all looking forward to that in our first our start of interleague play, and then we go play the Rays, and we know how well they're playing and how well they pitch, and they're going to be a tough foe.
Joe, thanks as always for the time, and that's going to do it for WB Mason Presents the Joe Girardi Show. For Joe Girardi, I'm Meredith Morakovitz. We'll see you next week.